Hello and welcome back to Beyond the Sprue. My name is Jim and this is the channel where you get your regular scale model updates. But first, this week's question. And what engine was used in the CA-13 Boomerang? Was it A Rolls-Royce Merlin, B, Pratt & Whitney R1830 Twin Wasp, C, Wright R1820 Cyclone, or D, Bristol Hercules? Answers as always at the end. And MiniArt are producing an interior kit of the Sonderkraft Fahrzeug 234. This is going to be coming to you in 135 scale, and this kit is coming 4 decal options, and it comes with lots and lots of detail and PE parts to enhance the already highly detailed kit. As you can see there, like on the earphones or headphones for the radio operator. And this will be with you shortly. And MiniArt have also announced they're producing this Scherer Panther Spielwagen, and that's going to be 135 scale. And this is an interesting kit. It's equipped with a short-barreled 7.5cm KWK 37 gun, making it a pretty versatile addition to your collection. Has a lot of detailed, highly accurate surface details, comes with PE parts, and there are 4 decal options, and this is going to look rather awesome once it's built and weathered up. And ICM have announced their 135 2cm flak gun is coming very soon. This is all new molds. And regular viewers to the channel will most likely remember that I did announce earlier this year that Gecko Models were producing a M76 amphibious cargo carrier, the Otter, in Vietnamese schemes. And they've announced some test shots, and here are the photos of the test shots, looking rather awesome. Lots of PE parts and some high level of detail, looking pretty good in my opinion. And Classy Hobby are producing a 1/16 scale M8 howitzer motor carriage. This is based on the M5 Stuart chassis, and it's, as I say, in 1/16. And this is coming with photo etched metal parts and workable T16 track links. They're included, and some clear plastic parts are included, and high quality decals. And Takom are releasing a Panther late production model. This is going to be in their Blitz Super Series. These are slightly easier kits to make for people with less dexterity, and this kit comes with a one-piece engine, for example. It does come with a metal barrel which can maneuver up and down, and you have some various options as normal. It's supposed to be highly detailed, and just because there's not quite as many parts doesn't mean it's not as good as their previous models. Amusing Hobby are releasing a T-80U Russian main battle tank, and that's going to be in 135 scale. And this kit is coming with full interior, and they too have included some photographs of a completed kit, all painted up with the full interior on show, and some lovely close-ups which would be great for reference pictures for those of you who want to do this model. And ICM have announced their World War II US Army kitchen truck is coming out imminently. That's going to be in 1/35 scale as well, and it includes 3 variants and field stoves and kitchen equipment. And a company called Art Scale Kit has a limited edition collection of this iconic 3-wheeled Czech car, the Velo Rex, at 1/35 scale, and accurately depicts the tubular frame, engine installation, and unique canvas body. The kit includes clear parts, 3D printed wheels, decals, and detailed instructions. And if you're looking for an upgrade to the Velo X, then Platts B-Max Models are making a 1/12 scale Mazda 787B. This was announced very recently. And MiniArt have announced they're producing a set of 4 Panther Grenadiers. They're in 1/35 scale. And Jason Studios have released some fantastic images of their printing tests of the crew for the M113 APC and some infantrymen to go with it. These are going to be in 1/16 scale, but I'm sure most of you would agree that the detail and images that we can see on the screen now are fantastic. And LZ Models are releasing 2 figures for the LRDG. He's going to be in 1/35 scale, a driver and a crewman with the twin Browning. Gecko Models bring out a 1/35 scale 60s, 70s Saigon fruit and vegetable market stall set. Comes with 2 market stalls, the young lady and a bicycle. And Young Miniatures are releasing a 1/10 scale resin figure of a 101st US Airborne Carrington 1944 with M1A1 bazooka. And Galaxy Models are releasing a World War II German motorcyclist. This is their first 1/35 scale figure. I'm sure there'll be more to come. And Magic Factory have released a new figure set that's going to complement their M10 Booker and Bradley series 135 modern US Army crew 2020s. I've actually ordered one of the Bradleys from them, so I dare say I'll end up ordering this kit as well. So it cost me money as well, guys, so sorry about that. All made from high quality resin, and yeah, should be with us very soon. And Atlantic Models have released some new parts for their HMS Fearless, and this is going to be the full hull version. There's a 1/350 scale. Previously it was the Waterline series. And the German company called UB1418 are releasing a German merchant U-boat, the Deutschland 1916, and obviously coming with a full interior cut through there, showing lots of detail. And Chinese firm Lufthansa are releasing a Kremlin battleship. It's going to be in 1/700 scale. That's a new tooling. And Takom have announced they're releasing a 1/350 scale submarine, Project 658M SSBN. Comes with PE parts, and obviously you can have the model depicting missile launches. And Iron Shipwrights have announced 3 new submarines, the Project 651, the Juliet, and also the Project 659, the Echo 1, and another one, the Project 659, NATO Echo 2. And these are going to be in 1/350 scale. And further to Litaki's announcement of their Tu-22M2 Backfire B, they've now released some sprue shots of the forthcoming 1/144 scale, and they've compared them to the Academy model, but I've just showed the detail on this rather small 1/44 scale plane, which is actually extremely good. This is coming with 3D printed parts. They're included. Should be with us soon. And 1/144 scale lovers will be pleased to hear, I'm sure, that Roden have announced a Convair XC99. So they've released the box art and sprue designs and the decals. And at the Tokyo show recently, Hong Kong Models announced a new B21 and a A20. These are going to be in 1/48 scale. Lots of details. These are the only images I've got. I've tried to zoom in and get some close-ups of them, but looking like it's got some great detail on the interior there, and I'm sure that and also announced Academy have announced a 1/144 scale Boeing P-8 Poseidon kit, and we don't know when that's coming, but they've already done a mock-up. And Trumpeter have released a test model of their 1/48 Boeing AH-64A Apache. And this announcement from Clear Prop Models took my eye this week. It's a LAGG3 late series 1943 production, and what actually took my eye were these images, 3D images they've produced showing the model and the attention to detail that this kit is going to have. Very, very high. The cockpit looks awesome. Wheel wells look awesome, even to the extent of putting the writing onto the tyres. Looks really good. And Copper State Models have opened the doors for pre-orders on their Newport early version. This is coming with cartographed decals. It comes with 117 parts. It comes with a highly detailed engine, photo etch, and rigging diagram, and early bird orders. So placed within October, receive a 3D printed engine, and that would normally be an extra $14, but for you, it's included. And Welsh Models are releasing a 1 in 144 scale Scottish Aviation SA3 Bulldog in the Royal Air Force colours. And Tamiya have released some prototype images of their forthcoming Lockheed Martin F-35C Lightning II. I have actually done a separate video on this, and the link to that will be at the end of this video, and you'll be able to get more in-depth news on that particular model if you choose to watch that. And a very quick update, there's some pictures of the painted model on the screen right now. This is all made up, the prototype's been painted, and you'll be one of the first people to see these images, I believe. And Fire Molds are releasing in 1/72 scale two F4s, the N and the B, and these are going to be scheduled for March next year. Both sets going with two schemes, and the F4N fighter is the Grey Ghost and the F4B fighters are the Jolly Rogers, and they're producing both types with new main wings and many other new parts. The new mould main wings come with air brakes that can be displayed open or closed as desired, and as I said, it's coming in March 2025. And MiniArt are producing in 1/48 scale a Thunderbolt P-47D bubble top, and that's coming with the base and accessories, so you can make a little diorama with it. The base measures 315mm by 227mm. That's approximately 1 foot by just over 8 inches. And it comes with 3 scheme options for the Thunderbolt, so that looks like fun. And Great Wall Hobby are releasing in 1/72 scale a MiG-29AS 912 late type in the Slovakian Air Forces, and this has the digital camouflage, and you'd be pleased to hear that the camouflage is coming as a decal, and they've released some sprue shots and it's all looking quite tidy. So this comes with some 3D parts and hopefully will be with us very soon. And RS Models are releasing a new tooling of a 1/48 scale Boca 131 Jungmann and the Aero 4C104. Both these models are coming in a number of scheme options and come with PE parts as well, and they're both going to be in 1/48 scale. And Door Wings are releasing a Voltri Vengeance Mark II. That's going to be 1/72 scale, and that's coming with some PE parts as well. And this week, Kotari have announced that their Spitfire Mark 5A is now all packed up for the pre-releases, and you should be receiving those very soon. And Clearplot Models are releasing a new 172 starter set, which is going to be an H75M Hawk. And a couple of announcements from ICM that their B-26B Marauder flak bait will soon be on sale, i.e. in November. That's in 148 scale, and they've also announced that their 148 AH-1G Cobra and M8A1 US landing mats will also be available soon. Please note though that the Cobra is a limited edition kit with only 1,000 kits being available. AMA Models have announced that their Douglas AD5N Night Attack version of the Sky Raider is going to be released very soon. That's coming in 172 scale, has 11 plastic sprues with 277 parts, PE sheet and painting masks. There's decal sheets for 4 different versions, and you can have the canopies open and closed, a detailed interior set, and a big variety of armament. And if you're lucky enough to be going to Telford in, well, very shortly, keep an eye out on the Kinetic stand for this 148 scale Harrier T4, the Kinetic, which is in their Gold series. It's going to be available on their stand, and hopefully it'll be available to the rest of us. But if you're going to Telford, you will be able to buy it there. And Armour Hobby announced that they're making a new tooling of Nakajima Ki-43 II Hayabusa. That's in 172 scale, and they announced that at the Japanese Model RC show in Tokyo recently. And Airfix also made an announcement this week that they're bringing out a second edition of their recently new tool on the 148 scale Avro Anson Mark 1, and this is going to be coming with 3 different scheme options, and I believe is available now. And Border Models are making a 135 scale A6M20 fighter with the interior of the engine and weapons included. That's coming in 3 painting schemes, includes PE and clear parts, includes drop tanks and bombs, interior of the engine and weapons, and the entire fuselage is designed with stressed skin and added rivets, perfectly replicating surface details. Does look rather good to me. And Copper State Models have released some more information, this time on the Newport 11 late version. This is coming with various schemes, and early birds can again get a free 3D printed Leron 80 horsepower engine. Sword Models have announced they're planning to release in November a Stinson L5 Sentinel, and it's going to be in 148 scale. I think they'd have to get a move on if this is where they're at the moment. And ICM will soon be releasing a L153 Luftwaffe scheme with pilots and ground personnel. It comes with 2 Luftwaffe officers, a pilot, and 4 ground personnel, and the schemes to make it in the Luftwaffe scheme. An interesting announcement from Special Hobby 172 F84F Thunder Street Luftwaffe high-tech version. It's coming with some interesting colour schemes. They say masked and 3D printed detailed parts, and apparently has a superb fit. It's going to be 28.7 euros. And Special Hobby are releasing a 148 scale CA19 Boomerang Cornet Jungle Scouts, and this is the model of the iconic World War II Australian built fighter. Comes with 3 Royal Australian Air Force options, all with nose arts, and that's coming out very soon. And of course, I have to ask a favour of you, and that's if you could like the video and subscribe if you haven't. It keeps you up to date with what's going on. There's lots more coming out in the future, so you don't want to miss it if you're into it, and subscribing is the best way to stay informed. And that brings us nicely with this boomerang onto the question for this week. So what engine was used in the CA13 boomerang? Well, if you said it was B, Pratt and Whitney R1830 twin Wasp engine, you would have been correct. That's it for this week, guys. Thank you very much. See you soon. Take care. Bye.